Hello, my name is Chris Palmer, and in today's video, I want to touch on using expired domains to build links or to build domains on. So this question is derived from a subscriber by the name of Jewel's Kid, and his question was, using the expired domains to build sites, is it really beneficial? Now, this is an excellent question because it comes up a lot of times, and from my experience, I'm going to touch on two things, and let's just jump right in here. So, the very first thing here is this. Now, when looking at or buying an expired domain, okay? So the very first thing is this. What I have noticed is if you were to have 10 domains, okay, and 301 redirect those domains, all right, we're talking about 301ing. If we were to 301 redirect a domain to another domain, if it's not 100% relevant, if it is not identical, these pieces have to be the same. It has to be relevant, topically relevant. It has to be the same. If you 301 to a page that is non-relevant, you will almost 100% of the time never see a jump. However, with that said, a 301 to a domain from an expired domain or an auction domain, as long as it's relevant, as long as the topics are the same, you will generally see a bump, but you will not see an extended bump. And what I mean by this is when you 301 redirect it after, say, 3 to 4 weeks, you may notice a small increase of your DA, PA. You will see an increase of your search traffic, your search rankings, but this boost seems to only last a few months. So, number two, I want to talk about building on an expired domain. Now, from my experience and for me, this is the best way to go. But there's a particular way, a certain way that you need to do it, okay? So when we're talking about expired, okay, expired domains, my recommendation for this is you want them to be one, aged, right? And two, preferably, you want them without backlinks. And why is this? Because if you have been doing SEO for any amount of time, you know that when you launch a brand new website, you are typically inside of what SEOs call a sandbox. Now, a sandbox is like a probation period for your website that Google says that they do not give to websites. However, if you launch a new website, you will notice that no amount of link building, any posts that you create, content, anything, you will not notice any traffic at all. And if you do, it just trickles in. But after a certain period of time, generally about 6 to 8 months, maybe 6 months, that's when you really start seeing your fruits of labor flourish. And this is when you'll see a huge spike in traffic. All of a sudden, now you're ranking. Anything you do is beautiful. And then there's a point after the sandbox period when you start getting traffic, when you get into like a authority mode of sorts, and this is when anything you put out is instantly ranking. Everything is just cruising if you have done your SEO properly. So to bring it back to the topic, what you want to do to bypass, and this is where expired domains and aged domains preferably really come into play, to skip the sandbox, to get a jump start, get an aged domain in your niche without backlinks. You just want the age, so that way you can build on it, skip the sandbox, and jump to authority mode as fast as you possibly can. So at the end of the day, here's my recommendations on expired domains, all right? Expired domains and 301s. So number one, I would not, so no to 301s. I do not feel that it is as effective as purchasing an aged domain to build on and create your own backlinks for. So if I was a new creator Is it more effective to do 301s to my website? I do not feel it's as effective as it used to be. Is it effective? Can it work? Yes. Is it optimal? No. So number 2 is going to be, and this is going to be the better bet, get an aged domain, right, without backlinks. This will skip your sandbox period. You could start building out your links, creating content, and this will really jumpstart your campaigns for your websites. Now, if you have any questions regarding aged domains, 301 redirects, backlinks, local SEO, digital marketing, Facebook ads, pay-per-click campaigns, I mean, really anything digital marketing related, I am always happy to help. Leave a question in the comments below, and I look forward to seeing you in the next expired domains video. Have a wonderful day.